Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have some of the craziest and stupidest news, as you guys could probably go and see on the screen. A lot of negative news when it comes to the Switch 2. We're seeing for some reason, I don't want to be like a dedicated Switch 2 hater channel, because I pre-ordered it. I'm excited for it. I know my friends are getting it, and I can even talk to you guys a little bit about how the pre-orders went, because actually one of my homies, Mr. Helix, if he ever sees this video, probably won't, because he's more of a Twitch guy of mine, actually had a chance to even go get their consoles too as well, because for some certain specific countries, they actually have had their first waves of pre-orders go live, and apparently are also selling out, which is at least kind of a good thing, and it shows that there is a lot of interest in the consoles themselves. But as well, we're also still seeing a lot of issues, because it looks like Canada right this second is now, well, delaying their pre-orders. We've had a lot of tariff talk going on as of today. My stocks, crypto, and everything have gone so much better, although I'm still down a plethora amount of money to the point where I'm probably going to the broke house. So thank you guys for watching or seeing any subscribing, putting any ads in this video. Thank you. And we also have some crazy news over here where apparently some of the GameCube accessories are not even going to be working for the normal Switch 2. We've seen a lot of controversy, both good and bad. Let's go talk about a little bit more Switch 2 news. We also have some good PlayStation news for all you guys out there who do enjoy the channel for that. So be on the lookout for the channel and subscribe for that. And of course, last night, really quick, kind of gets drama post over here. I did make a little just a talking video, discussion video. I did have my sister actually have a horrible car accident, and thankfully she is, I believe, okay as of right now. So I had actually, really nice even email sent out to me. If you know who you are, I don't want to say your name just in case you don't want me to, but that was one of the nicest, sweetest things ever. I saw that, thank you. And just a lot of people cared. I had a crazy day yesterday, a lot of bad, but kind of shows a lot of good for just how many people care and listen. And I don't know, basically just trying to go and say it's time to kind of live life a little bit more and kind of get my YouTube, my Twitch, and maybe try out something new in my life. So thank you guys all so much for watching, as always. Subscribe if you guys are new, leave a like if you guys want to, your thoughts and comments down below, and let's do some quick little conversations. On the first and foremost, like I said, one of my homies over here, Mr. Helix, this is actually the queue they had over there for the Switch 2. Now, the Switch 2 itself has now officially gone live on a few different countries, so it does kind of seem like it's not going to be officially delayed. It's probably very unlikely that a country like, Canada or America will not have a day one Switch 2. Very unlikely. They're going to probably figure it out. And of course, we've also seen a lot of big things when it comes to Trump and all their tariffs. As of right now, I think an hour ago, we saw a tweet that they are going to be discussing with the Chinese government, and ideally, everything works out well. Ideally, we're going to have to go and see. Lower tariffs might be kind of good. In theory, it might even be great for America. We'll have to see where the game theory goes. No one knows. We'll know in a few weeks. But in theory, if we could have a global lower tariff everywhere, that actually might be just good for literally everyone, the entire planet. So we'll kind of go and see, but hopefully it works out well so we don't have to have another delay. Because if you guys also did not know that, apparently Canada also has their Switch 2 being delayed, mainly because their pre-orders are just getting goofed. They just can't do it they're just messed up. They basically want to try to be in tandem with American pre-orders. There's tariff issues. There's just shipping issue, everything. Now, ideally, this will get worked out well. We even saw some news that even Apple was flying in on airplanes, filling airplanes with just iPhones to go and sell in America. It's been crazy. This kind of threw the entire world for a loop, because getting 125% tariffs is basically doubling the price of some of these products. And that'd be a Switch 2 for $900, which I don't think I'd be paying that much money for. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'd probably sit back and wait, install another 1 or 2 years. But apparently right now Canada still is in limbo. America is still in limbo. We're still waiting for the pre-orders. And a lot of people are upset about what's ongoing right now with all this. The whole entire world is just in this chaos right this second. Might be good for America, because maybe we could take advantage of the chaos themselves and kind of stronghold other countries, or maybe it goes horribly. We're gonna have to go and see. Although at least right now, today was the very first day. It seemed like stock market and general markets had a little bit of hope that these tariffs may go and falter. And it was also kind of crazy on the entertainment side, not for my wallet side, that we've been seeing these tariffs go to be 50, then the next day it's 100, and then you're not responding to my text message at 130. Sounds like two really old school axes fighting each other, and it's kind of all over the place. So it's entertaining in the macroeconomic sense, not so much for the living and the business folks out there and trying to run a normal small business, imports and everything. It's a little bit of a scary situation. But right now, it does kind of seem like things are getting better. Like I said, we did have the very first waves of the Switch 2 go live, and it seems like they went relatively okay. But the one big thing to note is that they actually sold out. They're gone. And that kind of goes to show that this might be a little bit more of an in-demand object than we may anticipate, mainly because they had very, very quick pre-orders, and within 1 day, all the pre-orders were sold out. When the PlayStation 5 Pro was first initially coming out, it didn't really have a sellout date, and of course, well, we're gonna have to see how the stock kind of goes. Traditionally, there's usually a few restocking waves, one big pre-order day, and then throughout the next few weeks, they sometimes do a drop every 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, something like that. maybe 5 days, once a month. Like, it really depends until like stock is fully good. We do still have a few months though, and ideally Nintendo is maybe going to see this demand and have a chance to churn out a few more consoles. And I'm sure if we do have stock available for Canada and America, it'll also be a little bit on the higher end too as well. But it does kind of go and show that these other regions were selling out. There is demand for it, and it does seem like they sold it quickly. So in case you guys are trying to get your consoles themselves, keep that in the back of your mind. I'm going to try to maybe be awake and put out some tweets and maybe some YouTube videos if we need to. We'll kind of see. We'll see how everything kind of goes. It was meant to drop today, so ideally it'll come sooner than later. We'll have to go wait and see. But right now, people are kind of concerned on it because, like I said, all the stock, like it just went out of stock everywhere, literally everywhere. They're gone, like literally everywhere. I will probably be a day one buyer. Like, I think just for the sake of me being a YouTuber and stuff, Twitch streamer, whatever, I will probably be a day one buyer, and I'm very excited for all this. But we still have to wait for these tariffs to all be cleared out at the end of the day. Now, some people that are getting a little bit on the concern side though, because, well, we're now still seeing even more issues. First and foremost, it's been kind of a weird launch out. I don't think it's necessarily bad, but people are concerned about like that streaming. If you guys remember seeing the streaming video where they had like 5 FPS, people are kind of concerned if that was even gonna be reality or not. And apparently that is all reality. Apparently that was a stylistic choice to make sure everything's a little bit more chill, to like just load on the system bandwidth, which I understand. But it kind of makes the system stupid if you're only getting like 5 or 10 frames, like it's like laggy and it's weird to play with your friends. We saw their issues too, that the battery life might be a lot lower than the original Switch 1 was, that we might still have issues with 4K, that we're still going to pay extra money for these games, $80 variable price points. Like, there's been a lot of critiques on it, and we've covered that up on the channel. But this one's probably one of the dumbest ones. I can maybe even touch on the IGN article over here, but you guys can kind of see the high level of it. The Nintendo Switch 2 GameCube controller appears to only be compatible with the GameCube classics according to the small print. Once again, what is going on? So I'm excited for the GameCube vibes. I love the GameCube games I've played. I love like Wind Waker, like everything, like Super Mario Sunshine, like Super Monkey Ball, like Animal Crossing. All these OG GameCube games were my childhood. That was like the perfect time for me. My family had an N64, so I grew up on that, but that was the family's. And then we had the GameCube. That was like mine. That was my console. So I see this type of stuff. And it's something special for me. Like, these are my games. But this is the type of stuff that people are getting very mad at Nintendo for. They're getting upset about this. Like, pre-order something out, that's fine. That's understandable. I don't mind. Like, it happened a lot for the PS5 and Xbox. That's okay. But having accessories not just working, I even have a GameCube accessory for my Switch 2 that works. Like, what? Like, I quite literally, maybe it's like a knockoff or something, I don't know, but I have a GameCube controller that I can plug into my current Switch and it works. So why is this not working for the Switch 2? That makes zero sense. So Nintendo GameCube is coming to Nintendo Switch Online alongside the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2 with a classic controller on the way too. But with some small print indicates that Nintendo's new GameCube controller for the Switch 2 may only officially be meant for GameCube use. Dumb. Like, this is stupid. Spot in the details of the UK version of the Switch 2 controller trailer. A statement read, the controller is only compatible with Nintendo GameCube Nintendo Classics. And that's like their system where you go and pay the extra money for it. You have a chance to go set up on the console, like you plug it on in. Like, that's like the important part. So this would indicate the GameCube controller is only going to work properly when playing GameCube games on the Switch 2 online expansion pack and not for other Switch 2 games. You unironically are buying like an accessory controller that only works on some cases. Now, I understand that it's nice. I understand that's like stylistically meant to be like that. But like, my dude, like, this seems like an oversight. This seems stupid. This seems like something I personally would want to have for everything, for every game I can play. And I think a lot of people are upset about this. A lot of people are upset about a lot of these like functionalities where it is kind of anti-consumer at the end of the day. Like, I want everything to work. I want everything on the same USB port. I want to make sure everything is like fine or adaptable, and I can play utilizing my controller and my accessories. Like, this makes not a lot of sense to me. So as VGC notes, it's worth considering that Nintendo controllers with similar disclaimers have not been fully limited. So there is a chance, this is like clickbait or whatever, but players have been able to make retro controllers work where applicable. Also, that same disclaimer, though, isn't there in the Nintendo of America's version of the trailer. So it's kind of just like people are like, what's the real like information? What's like the detail? Is it going to work? Is it not? Because you're going to buy it and you don't want to buy it and then have it show up at your house. And you're like, well, what is going on here? Still interesting, given the classic GameCube controller has enough buttons to manage as many common gamepad inputs in the Switch 2, it could be a case of setting expectations or trying to avoid frustrations. If someone may try to use it as like a mouse, I can understand that logic, sure, but at the end of the day, I just want to make sure everything is working. So I want to play it. I want to play Wind Waker. I would love to read and play that experience. And of course, I think a lot of people are still kind of the same boat. Like, people are kind of not the happiest so far with Nintendo. And I want to hear your thoughts and comments on everything down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch room as well down below. And I appreciate y'all so much for watching here in the first place.